The cameras didn't just capture a moment, they captured something bigger. In the middle of the electric chaos at Coachella, all eyes suddenly shifted to two figures who weren't even on stage. Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner appeared together, and within seconds, the energy changed. Not subtle. Not accidental. This was bold, public, and impossible to ignore. Before we go deeper, hit like, subscribe, and drop your opinion in the comments. Do you think this is a real, long-term relationship, or just another headline romance? Because what you're about to hear might completely shift your perspective. At an event known for wild fashion, A-list appearances, and unforgettable performances, it wasn't the music that stole the spotlight, it was them. At first, people assumed it was coincidence. Two global stars attending the same festival? Nothing unusual. But then came the details. They weren't just near each other, they were together. Walking side by side. Talking closely. Laughing like no one else was around. And then it escalated. Clips started flooding social media. Different angles. Different moments. But all telling the same story. Timothee leaning in. Kylie smiling in a way fans hadn't seen before. Subtle touches. Quiet gestures. The kind of body language you can't fake, especially under that level of attention. What shocked many fans even more was the shift in personality. Timothee, known for guarding his private life with near silence, suddenly seemed at ease in the spotlight of something personal. No hesitation. No distance. Meanwhile, Kylie, someone who has lived her entire life in front of cameras, looked calmer, more grounded. Almost like she had stepped into a different version of herself. And that's where the tension begins to build. Because behind every viral moment, there's always a bigger question: is this real, or just perfectly timed? Sources close to the situation suggest this connection didn't just start at Coachella. In fact, what we saw might have been the reveal, not the beginning. A relationship that had been quietly growing, now stepping into the light. But choosing to go public like this? At one of the most watched festivals in the world? That's not a small move. That's a statement. And then, something small, almost invisible, made everything even more intriguing. In one viral clip, Kylie leans in and whispers something to Timothee. He pauses. Smiles. Nods. No words for the camera. Just a reaction. But that moment sparked massive speculation. Because it didn't look like casual conversation, it looked like understanding. Like familiarity. Like something deeper than what we've been shown. The pace slows down. Visual zoom. The crowd fades into the background. What did she say? And more importantly, what does it mean? As the night grew louder, they grew quieter. At one point, they were seen leaving the main area together. No big announcement. No dramatic exit. Just two people moving in sync, away from the noise. And somehow, that silence said more than any headline could. But every story has layers. Behind the scenes, insiders hint that this relationship isn't without its challenges. Different worlds. Different lifestyles. Different expectations. Timothee, the critically acclaimed actor known for his artistic choices. Kylie, the business mogul who built an empire under constant public scrutiny. Two completely different paths, now crossing in a very public way. And yet, that contrast might be exactly what draws them together. Now we reach the moment that changes everything. Coachella wasn't just a festival this year, it became a stage for something personal, something unexpected. Timothee and Kylie didn't confirm anything with words. They didn't need to. Their presence, their closeness, their comfort around each other, that was the message. And the world noticed. So what happens next? Is this the beginning of something real and lasting? Or just another fleeting chapter in the fast-moving world of celebrity relationships? One thing is certain, they've captured global attention, and they're not letting it go anytime soon. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Is this love, or just a moment? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking celebrity news, deep stories, and the moments behind the headlines that everyone's talking about. But just when the story seemed clear, when the world thought it had already figured them out, new details began to surface, and suddenly, everything felt a lot more complicated. Because what happened after that quiet exit from Coachella didn't stay quiet for long. Eyewitnesses began sharing what they saw beyond the main crowd. Not on the big stages, not in front of flashing lights, but in more private corners of the festival. According to several accounts, Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner were seen continuing their night together, away from the chaos. The atmosphere reportedly shifted from public spectacle to something far more intimate. And this is where things take a turn. Because when celebrities step away from the spotlight, that's often where the real story begins. Sources claim the two spent extended time talking, deep conversation, not just casual interaction. No phones in hand. No distractions. Just presence. And for fans who have followed both of their lives closely, that detail stood out more than anything else. In a world built on constant attention, choosing to disconnect, even briefly, can say a lot. But not everyone is convinced. Almost immediately, speculation began to split into two sides. Some believe this is the most genuine version of their relationship we've seen so far. Others argue it's too perfectly timed. Too visible. Too aligned with the current media cycle. And that tension? It only fuels the fascination. Because let's be honest, this isn't just about two people spending time together. This is about two worlds colliding. On one side, you have Timothee, an actor often associated with depth, artistry, and a more low-key approach to fame. On the other, Kylie, a global brand, a business powerhouse, someone who has mastered visibility in a way few others have. When those two dynamics intersect, it creates something unpredictable. And unpredictability is what keeps people watching. Then, just as the buzz started to settle, another clip surfaced. This time, the energy felt different. No loud laughter. No obvious affection. Instead, a quieter moment, almost reflective. Timothee standing slightly behind Kylie, watching her interact with someone else. His expression? Calm, but focused. Kylie, on the other hand, seemed fully aware of his presence without needing to look back. It was subtle. But powerful. Because it suggested something beyond chemistry, something closer to understanding. The tempo shifts again. A quick cut. A closer frame. This isn't just attraction anymore. This is connection. And yet, with every new moment, the questions only grow louder. What does this mean for their future? Are they building something sustainable, or are they caught in the momentum of a moment that's too big to control? Behind the scenes, whispers continue. Some insiders hint that their schedules have been quietly aligning in recent months. Appearances in the same cities. Similar timelines. Coincidences that, when stacked together, start to look a lot less like coincidence. Others suggest that both have been more intentional about their personal lives, choosing connections that offer something deeper than what they've experienced before. And if that's true, then this might be more than just a headline. But then again, history tells us to be cautious. Because the spotlight has a way of amplifying everything: emotions, expectations, even illusions. What feels real in one moment can shift just as quickly under pressure. And no place creates pressure quite like Coachella. It's not just a festival, it's a cultural stage where narratives are built in real time. Where every glance can become a headline. Every gesture, a story. And for Timothee and Kylie, stepping into that space together wasn't just a choice, it was a risk. A calculated one, or an emotional one? That's the question no one can answer yet. As the night came to an end, and the crowds began to fade, one final detail emerged, one that left fans thinking long after the music stopped. They didn't separate immediately. No sudden goodbye. No different directions. They stayed. And sometimes, in a world where everything moves fast, the decision to stay, even just a little longer, can mean everything. The camera fades. The sound softens. But the story? It's just getting started. Because what happens after the public moment is often what defines everything that comes next. Will they continue to appear together? Will they confirm what everyone is already assuming? Or will they pull back, returning to privacy and leaving the world guessing once again? One thing is clear, this isn't just another fleeting viral clip. This is a developing story. A narrative still unfolding. And every new detail adds another layer to something that no one fully understands yet. So now, we're left with anticipation. Watching. Waiting. Analyzing every move. Because whether it's real, strategic, or somewhere in between, one thing is undeniable. Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner have everyone paying attention. And in today's world, that kind of attention changes everything. Now don't go anywhere, because if new details drop, if new moments surface, you'll want to be the first to know. Stay locked in, stay curious, and keep your eyes on what might be the most talked about celebrity story unfolding right now. And just when it felt like the narrative had reached its peak, another wave of reactions began to ripple across the internet, stronger, louder, and far more divided than before. Because this isn't just a story anymore. It's a conversation. Across social media platforms, fans started dissecting every second of footage from Coachella. Frame by frame. Expression by expression. What looked like a simple smile to some suddenly became a signal to others. What seemed like casual body language turned into full-blown theories about emotional depth, timing, and intent. And right at the center of all that attention, Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner, two individuals whose every move now feels magnified beyond control. But here's where things take an even more unexpected turn. Some fans began pointing out something subtle, almost easy to miss if you weren't paying close attention. In multiple clips, Timothee appears to adjust his pace to match Kylie's, not leading, not following, but syncing. It's a small detail, but one that sparked a much bigger interpretation. Because synchronization suggests comfort. And comfort suggests familiarity. Which raises an even bigger question: how long has this actually been going on? The tempo slows again. A soft transition. A closer look. Because while the public only sees fragments, the consistency in those fragments is what builds the bigger picture. Then comes another layer: fashion choices. At first glance, nothing unusual. Coachella has always been about bold statements and personal style. But fans quickly noticed something interesting: a subtle coordination in their looks. Not identical, not obvious, but complementary. Colors that didn't clash. Styles that didn't compete. Coincidence? Maybe. But in a world where image is carefully curated, even the smallest detail can carry meaning. And suddenly, what seems spontaneous starts to feel intentional. But not everyone is buying into that narrative. Critics argue that what we're seeing could simply be two high-profile individuals navigating the same space, aware of the cameras, aware of the attention, and responding accordingly. In other words, not necessarily a deep connection, but a shared understanding of the spotlight. And that perspective adds tension. Because now, the story splits again. Is this authenticity or awareness? Is this emotion or strategy? And just as the debate intensifies, another moment surfaces, one that shifts the tone yet again. This time, it's quieter. Less crowded. The lighting is softer, the energy more subdued. Kylie is seen sitting with a small group, engaged in conversation. Moments later, Timothee joins, not with a grand entrance, not drawing attention, but seamlessly, like he belongs there. No hesitation. No awkwardness. Just presence. And what happens next catches people off guard. There's no immediate interaction. No dramatic greeting. Instead, there's a pause, a natural one. The kind that only happens when two people are already comfortable with each other's presence. And then, almost effortlessly, they fall into sync again. It's subtle. But it's real. And sometimes, those are the moments that speak the loudest. The pacing shifts again, faster cuts, rising tension. Because now, people aren't just watching. They're choosing sides. Supporters call it refreshing, a rare glimpse of something genuine in a world that often feels staged. Skeptics remain cautious, pointing out how quickly narratives can form and how easily perception can be shaped. And both sides have a point. Because the truth is, in a setting like Coachella, reality and perception are constantly overlapping. What you see isn't always the full story. But it's enough to keep you hooked. Then comes the speculation about what happens next. Will they appear together again in another public setting? Will there be confirmation, an official moment that removes all doubt? Or will this remain undefined, living in that space between public and private where curiosity thrives? Insiders remain quiet. No statements. No clarifications. And that silence? It only makes everything louder. Because in the absence of answers, people create their own. And those interpretations spread fast. Faster